Hi everyone, my name is Alicia Baugh and I am the propagator for plant sales and collections here at the Huntington. I have been in the horticulture industry for almost 20 years now, and 9 of which have been working for the Huntington. And honestly, this has been the most profound experience of my life to work with all of you and all of these amazing and wonderful plants. When I was asked to present part of the collections that most resonated with me, my mind immediately jumped to this beautiful 4-acre garden here at the Huntington. Welcome to the Subtropical Garden. Although the Subtropical Garden may not be as culturally significant or stylistically beautiful as our newly minted Chinese garden, and perhaps not as profound and world famous as our cactus and succulent desert garden, the Subtropical Garden has a lot to offer as far as horticultural prowess for Southern California gardens. Many of these plants that you see here were actually collected through Huntington plant expeditions and even introduced into the horticultural trade by the Huntington Botanical Garden. Kathy Musial, our curator of the living collections here at the Huntington, has worked hard over the years to group all of the plants in the Subtropical Garden into specific geographic locations. If you take a stroll through this garden, you're going to find plants from South Africa, Mexico, Asia, and the Mediterranean. I think one of the cool things about this loose geographic grouping of the plants in the subtropical is that it kind of tells a story. So when our visitors stroll through the garden, they start to find these historical and geographical connections with plants and with themselves. And I think that that can build an intrinsic connection between people, plants, and the ecosystem that may not have been there previous to their walk through the garden. The Mediterranean climate here in Southern California is dictated by hot, dry summers and cool, wet winters, if we're lucky. The plants that are represented here in the Subtropical Garden come from regions in the world where the summers are warm, the winters are cool, but they're virtually frost-free. So as a propagator, it's my job to work with our curatorial staff to identify plants that are frost-sensitive, make propagations of those plants, and then protect them in the nursery and grow them on in case some of the frost-adverse plants here in the garden fail. On any given day, you may see one of our botanical staff members strolling through this garden as it has many secret admirers. When surveyed, our staff members basically came up with a consensus answer of why this garden is so attractive. And the reason was, the plants totally rock. So let's go on and highlight a few of the really popular plants here in the Subtropical Garden. This is Mimosa polycarpa spegazinii, the sensitive plant from South America, specifically Bolivia, Paraguay, and Argentina. The cool thing about this plant is that it has these specialized cells at the base of each leaf that actually have this cool response when touched. Let's get in a little closer. You can see that the leaves, they start to fold up. Although scientists don't know exactly why this happens, it's assumed that it's to protect the plant from predation of herbivore activity. A favorite amongst children and adults at our plant sales. This is Anthoclista grandiflora, the forest fever tree from Africa, a small genus of about 15 species. The enormous leaves of this tree are its obvious attraction to our visitors. You can see that some of these leaves are up to 3.5 to 4 feet long. Legend has it that the smoke from the bark, if inhaled, can actually dispel bad spirits. And that roots braided into your hair can serve as a good luck charm.